All right, hey collective, I hope you've been looking good, feeling good, smelling good, eating good, drinking good, thinking good thoughts, having a good time, sharing good energy, in good places with good people, doing good things. Okay, I kind of feel like there's this love reading because I feel it. Okay, so number one, there's some, yeah. See, I couldn't even split the deck without it becoming an issue. Yeah. Someone wants some clarification because they feel like it wasn't very clear in my last reading. Okay. It's one of those like, no, let's see the truth. Here's the real issue. Divine feminine does not compare. This is the first thing, okay? Divine feminine does not compare. Yep, here's the issue. Divine feminine does not compare, although we do tell the truth. Okay, so what we did explain is that someone was bigger. Now, we may have defaulted to the fact that, well, there's one person that's being, that is for divine feminine that isn't. That's what makes them bigger anyway. However, what wasn't established was like, no, who's bigger? Now, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Well, the current divine masculine is the bigger one. Like, I'm okay. I had notes, but they're in the device that I'm on right now, like that I'm recording on. But what the note said, hold on, did it go? Because I don't know if I sent it to the other phone or because sometimes I just send my notes to myself. But basically, it was just kind of like, okay, there are deeper depths being felt right now with the current divine masculine that were never felt with the previous divine masculines. So, and there's this whole issue of girth as well that's made it the circumstances like, yeah, there's no comparison because there's divine feminine doesn't even want to think about another person's face, let alone any other body parts of theirs. But if we want to establish some firm foundation, some understanding, you know what I mean? Yeah. If we want to establish something, then that's what we can confirm that, okay, what's been done has never been done here before. And there is a whole girth that extends beyond. But if we're asking just length, yes, that too. I'm just being honest. I was told to be honest if this came up in the cards and I was told like, oh, go to these cards. Oh, do this reading. Yep. Listen, that's just the clarity that needed to be had in his head. Everything is bigger with divine masculine than the masculines that never stood up and the masculines that never, that stayed in this Knight of Pentacles energies, the one that just kind of watched and they still somewhere watching and, waiting to see who it is that got up in there further than they have. And it's like, well, it's clear. It was very clear. Like we were not clear. Like divine feminines are not clear why there needed to be like, but we'll go ahead and help everything be understood. See? Yep. We're going to remove that whole energy of like, oh yeah, you didn't understand. You didn't see where that ended. Yeah. Oh, you didn't. Yeah, that's the problem. They never knew where it, yeah. The king of oh my gosh. Yeah. And I get an energy of like, even if this person was standing amongst them just as themselves, everybody would be able to tell. And this person doesn't even have to act like anything. Like there's no even reason. Like this person doesn't even have to put on. This person doesn't have to do anything to show. Like, that's the thing too, though. Okay, so here was the other analogy that I was given for the download for this reading specifically. Was that, you've heard of, you've heard of somebody having a baby arm? This person got a baby leg. Okay, that's it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, if you thought the baby arm was something, yeah. There's this amazing thing that happens. I feel like this person is definitely a magician. Yeah. I guess divine masculine feel the emperor energy. He's in this emperor energy. He's feeling like, yeah, it's about time someone kind of let them know. I didn't want to have to be the one to give you this little piece, but it's about time that this kind of was made clear. Because I guess it's like some energies. It's like some three heads energies. maybe they were confused because they dealt with somebody that divine masculine had dealt with in the past. Yeah, and that person was just kind of like I don't know, like, you know, that person was just like I don't know, just like everybody else, and they wanted to know, like, I don't know. Oh my gosh. Okay, so word on the street is divine masculine and divine feminine, because I'm like, wait a minute, now they're talking about something different. Like over here they were in competition, but over here they're like, oh yeah, no. We got the news. That's what this said. That's what this said to me. We got the news. We heard about the fact that this is like splish splash. This is where it's at. Like, that's that potion. That's that potion. Yeah. And see, they didn't know because they dealt with somebody that divine masculine has dealt with in the past. And they were like, well, yeah, but divine masculine knows the difference too. So it's like, I don't know. I'm hearing this thing kind of like, is undebatable. They all know something. I ain't even gonna say what it is because I'm not even gonna put all of that, and I'm not even interested in that. But the fact of the matter is that they know for sure. They know for sure, because when it's this way, I'm gonna just say what they're saying, but I'm not gonna tell you word for word. I'm gonna leave a few words out. They know for sure that divine feminine is this, because there's a way to tell that they all know, and they know that this divine masculine knows he's the first one they call to try to tell if it is or isn't. I don't know. That's all I'm gonna say. This divine masculine is the one that all the fellas call to find out, like, is this one this or not? And it is. But there's something, yeah. I'm not even going to get into all of that. Another reason why he knows. I'm not even going to get into all of that. But this is definitely that love reading that I was told to do. So let me pull out a few more cards. Maybe there could be a few more descriptions. Ooh, wow. Immediately on the split is the Empress and the Empress. The Empress and the Temperance. Maybe there's someone who often mispronounces that's watching. Empress and the Temperance. Empress. Empire. Empress. Temperance. Okay, thank you. Woo, had to get that one out. Yeah, so look, the Fool is here twice because it's leading with the Fool and it's landed on the Fool, right? I just want you to see that. So, yeah, it's like, it's been solidified, it's been verified, glorified, magnified. The truth, if anybody's like, what has the truth? The truth. That's the truth card in this deck. Yeah. And anything anybody had to say in opposition of that has already been clarified. Like maybe if there were any rumors about spiritually transmitted demons or STIs or STDs, that doesn't live and breathe in the divine feminine or divine masculine's life or world. They're clean individuals. There's nothing to be concerned about. Like all burdens and all regrets from like previous instances of anything that there was that they needed to worry about in previous relationships are not a concern here. And because they've healed the parts of them that understand like how to handle triggers or things that, you know, look the same as something else in the past, because they figured that out and they know, yeah, because this is the Queen of Cups. Listen, the Queen of Cups to the Ace of Pentacles. I'm sorry, to the Queen of Cups to the Ace of Cups to the King of Wands. It's like they're equally attracted to one another too, is what I'm getting here. Because there's very much so like there's a mutual like manifestation of insatiable energy that they both desire, and they don't want to fake anything. And so that's why also another, yeah, they didn't want to be any kind of like Four of Swords energy like with the person that they're with. So it's like, no, Yeah, you want it to be, you want your person to want to give you oral just like you want to receive it. You want your person to know when you need it. Like they just look at you and you know that they want to do that to you, but also they know that you, when you need it, even when you don't. It's also kind of some of the energy I'm getting here, like both parties. Like for divine masculine, it's more of one of those like, oh wow, babe really does that type stuff, like the stuff that guys kind of dream of, kind of energy, like wake you up with it, and like just spontaneous kind of energy. Yeah, there's a lot of truth to that, is what I'm seeing here. There was something about ceiling fan tits too. That's what I'm covering up here, is the lady ceiling fan tits. That's what made me, it's something about like divine masculine likes divine feminine ceiling fan tits. I was asked to look for another deck. That's another deck. Those are really racy, so I'm not sure if I can show them, but I can definitely try to describe them. Yeah. Running. Let's see. I feel like, because this is the Knight of Pentacles. Oh. There's also like this mutual, they're both of your fantasies match up too. It's like the stuff you like, this person likes. Like the things that really turn you on, turn this person on too. It's just one of those wild mixes where you like everything mixed up just right. It's like whoever thought that putting pudding mix into the cake mix with some sour cream and some this, and this would actually make it come out more moist and delicious. You know what I mean? That's the kind of energy that I'm getting from this. Like whoever thought that trying something this, and that's the kind of energy that you and this person live in too. It's like, oh wow, now that I have a person, I can actually explore all of this, wild stuff that I've never had a chance to explore. Or for some, it might be like all the wild stuff that I like exploring. Take it how it resonates, because I don't feel like that's what the opposite parts is. Like someone's getting someone that's been a little bit more modest in how and where, when, and why, and all that. Maybe someone who's even maybe not necessarily been celibate or whatever they want to call it for a long time, but has had previous instances that kept them, in a more of a pure energy, because it's about how you value self and, what things you allow yourself into engage in, and why, because some people actually, view people who would be with somebody for money or who've done that as someone that's like, it's definitely a no. I definitely don't want a broad like that on my team. And that's what they're getting. They're getting someone that definitely don't get down like that. You feel me? Some people might be like, oh, I definitely don't want someone that, I'm a catch giving it to somebody else. This person is getting that. This person, you know what I mean? Like, oh, it's kind of like, yeah, all the hopes and wishes and things that you dream for, all that, because this is the Ace of Wands to the Lovers, to the Seven of Pentacles, to the World. I wasn't even looking at the cards until just now. I was just telling you what I was feeling was going to be the experience. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things like the only time it'll get bored is when you have to do other things. Look at that. Look at that. Because you find so much fun and joy. And then the only other time that like anything takes any turn, but I feel like I don't feel like there's a lot of because I'm hearing like arguments, and it's like, no, I don't get an energy of like these people don't argue. When they met one another, they had already abandoned that type of life and energy. Like there's no trauma bonding. We don't argue, we don't cheat. There's a solidity. I guess that's gonna be what also is so attractive to other people about your relationship, that makes them jealous and envious too, is the fact that it is such a unique bond. You guys are connected, you know what I mean? Connected. Yeah, I totally feel that. Yeah, it's the Three of Cups to the Four of Cups. Okay. Yeah, you guys have lived a very exciting life because of your friendship, though, because of your capability. Like that's what keeps you guys from arguing. Yeah. Well, and then the King of yeah, because this person is your everything. This person really does complete you. Like, I don't know how else to say it. I guess I wish I knew a bigger word. But this is someone that's like made just for you. This is someone that's been divinely guided and gifted to be and molded and shaped, you know, just for you. And that's the thing I believe was one of the energies that both of you individuals knew as well. It's like you knew you didn't need a bunch of women or a bunch of men. You just needed the one person that was going to fit the mold. I get the, oh yeah, that was a download the other day. It was like, there's a heavy Cinderella energy and divine feminine. Don't be scared, but because, I mean, they're going to be able to find you to get that shoe on. And it's not like you're in any frightened energy or you're not afraid of anything. It's just kind of like, you know what's coming, right? Yep, 7 of Cups. You know what's coming, and you know everything that was done to make sure that that 7 of Cups is because it's a man. The only thing he's doing is eating. So it's like the only things that come between this person and you is like the necessities of life. Yeah, because you and this person see each other both one another as the star energy. You guys both see each other as like, wow, I have the love of this wonderful creature and it's all mine. Wow. There's a lot of wow energy. I can't show those are like deep penetration vibes, BDSM, you know, all things capable. Yeah, in a really connected union. Yeah. It's like everything that you can do behind closed doors that would probably make other people jealous because they don't have such an exciting life. They wish and dream and hope and, you know, probably even seeking things outside of their own marriages to try to imitate and pretend like they have something, you know, that actually penetrates as deep as what you guys have. Because in reality, it's the fact that, like, even if they have something that, you know, one that could even get near, it's the fact that they don't know how to use it is one of the things that I'm hearing. But it's like, it's not just that they don't know how to use it. It's just the fact that there's no actual love. It's not a 2 of Cups. You understand? There's like no love there. So it doesn't matter what this person does. It's just about a, you know, it's this like party favor energy is what it's giving here. Yeah. Party favor or secret energy, or just so I can show somebody else kind of energy is some of the energies that all these other people live and abide by in their own relationships, and the cheating and all the rest of that. And that's why they look and see that your relationship is so divine. And like, it's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah. What do you mean divine feminine gets wet when she, you know, gives divine masculine, you know, I can't even do it with these cards no more because it just keeps showing how it's like a never ending story of like complete and total like passion and devotion to each other. Yeah, it doesn't end. It's like you guys are always able to spice it up. You guys know what the other, yeah, it's almost like you read a book about each other. You read a book, you know, the divine and the ancestors, etc., came down and let you guys get special knowledge about things about one another so that you could, but the things were instilled in you before you even knew about each other. But now it's being revealed because it's like, oh, I'm finding out, oh, it's like things that somebody even wouldn't dare to do. They actually, they can't wait to do it with you. Yeah. I'm getting a very heavy, like something they wouldn't dare to do, something that they was like, no, that went down with the first one. Never. And yeah, some other things about like favorite positions. It's like, it's very much a mutual like ecstasy. But it's a natural high that, you know, like when you see those really old couples that are like, because I'm the last 2 cards in here are the Empress and the High Priestess. It's one of those like the old couples who still be going at it. That's the energy. I'm just saying, it's that old. Listen, I split the deck. That's all I did with this. And this is the second deck that I was pulling out to kind of get an idea. Yeah, this has been, yeah, this is created with the divine. You couldn't expect anything less. That's all I'm saying. Ooh, we ain't even playing right now. It don't even seem fair, but we know it is. That's the part about it. That's the whole energy of the well-being. Like, it don't even seem fair. It seems like sickening to other people and unfair and all the rest of that. Yeah, they is some sound. Got a sad energy. It don't even seem fair, but it is. Oh, but it is. But it is. But it is. Yeah. Yeah, this is because the whomever this is being created and built for, these are not unstable people. They don't like all of that stuff. They may have only been able to engage in it because they hadn't met each other, anybody that they could trust. So somehow it got them entangled. Yeah, this is the entanglement. They were entangled. Yeah. And then the difficulty for them is the fact that they're so potent. These are such potent 2002 on the clock. Yeah, it's a mutual potency. I said that already, but yeah, they're so potent. It was 2002. They mirror each other solidly. You don't know who's who in this. People want all your cards to reveal, but they keep coming up like, it's like they keep, well, we got to find something in the blind spot. That's why they keep saying that they in your blind spot. Yeah, they lost already. They're behind you. They're too far behind you. They don't understand any of this enterprise energy. They don't get that because they too busy up here. They think they're ahead of you because it's a 5, but they don't realize. Yeah, Spirit said that's their illusion. Oh, goodness. That's too funny. I've been saying that for the longest. Yeah. They got wrapped up in their own imagination or what they thought was business, what they thought enterprise to mean, what they thought it was to build and grow and be in control of oneself and establish a legacy. They didn't understand. Yeah. They thought that they were causing delays. Really, they were actually just watching you go through moments of transition. And you know what I mean? Okay, yeah, so people want to say it looks like desolation. Yeah, it does. It's supposed to. It's not supposed to look easy. It's not supposed to be easy either, especially if you're not learning the lessons. Because that's what's affected each and every time. It's like, okay, maybe people are becoming more enlightened about how spell work is working, and that's the whole goal I have here, is to kind of maybe hopefully enlighten people on like what the whole card reading is about for me particularly, like why it's present, you know what I mean, how to help other people through this cycle and this transition of like really getting back in their personal power. Because unless you know that spell work is being used, and you don't even know that you have some spell work that you're supposed to be fighting against, and everybody knows that it exists, everybody hears about it, it's like, oh yeah, it doesn't work just as much as it, then I don't know if, and anybody that says they don't believe in black magic, ask them for some of their hair and then ask them why not. If spell work is not real, go ahead and push the envelope. Okay, I guarantee you, they would not let you go. Yeah, they'll be like, oh no, I know you was some crazy mess because these cards ain't even it being the. Yeah, they know you're like, nah, that'll mess up all my success and blah 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 blah. They already know. Man, I ain't even got to pretend now. I guess that's how everybody feels, or maybe that's what's happening now, is a lot of people are feeling like, oh, I don't even have to pretend like I don't understand what's happening, this whole change. Yeah, that this process of ascension and, growth and, learning how to really transform. Look, transformation. Yeah. High priest energy. Yep. How to transform my life, how to transform my understanding and stand in my personal power and fight demonic entities. Because at the end of the day, these are literally just demonic entities inhabiting people, trying to control you because they're here. That's the only reason why they're trying to do it, because they're here. Because they're here. Yeah. And because you know how to use your intuition and imagination in the proper way to call judgment on people. Yeah. And to spur your own growth, your own personal growth. Yeah. Empress energy. Yes. Yes, through that whatever looked like desolation to them. Again, we're going to keep putting this valor. It's earned when you go through something like that, though. Some people understand that. Just like they say in some of these hierarchies, not to make them, glamorize those in any way, shape, or form. But at the same time, the ones that are doing the right things, a lot of these groups want to know that the people that they're dealing with are able to withstand and have their own guidance and reason for the reason why they do things. Because you can't stand with a group that stands for something if your whole existence is relying on the group. And that's what the people outside of you didn't understand. That's why a lot of people are saying, oh, look, the success card just want to be out there. Oh yeah. Yeah, you got that. You got this success because you adapted through isolation, through desolation. I don't know, isolation, take it how it resonates, but that's basically is your energy. Everybody wants to be so focused on the desolation and not acknowledge the evolution, to try to hold you back. Yeah, that's that self-imposed prison. Don't get involved in that crap. That stinky poop. You know you've changed. Yeah, you know you've changed and transformed. You know you've put it into a lot of things that were not appropriate within your lifestyle. You moved on from all of that. You know you've moved. Listen, and then the queen, it's a match. This keeps coming out. This keeps coming out. Yeah, and then you made sure this time around that nobody knows anything about what you're doing too. Like you understood, like, okay, the reason why this change is even needed is because 4 of my swords, you know, got damaged. So maybe there is someone who, maybe let's say someone had 4 businesses established. I'm sorry, 6 businesses established. And in the process of dating and dealing with these karmics, there were basically, let's say even it was like someone's net worth was 600,000. They started dealing with these karmics, got involved, and somehow they're down to 200,000 and they having to work themselves back up. Listen, but they're going to do it with strength and speed in this new phase because of the success that comes when you take that action, you know, because you don't need to reason with intuition. That's what I'm seeing here. It's like intuition and reason, the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords. Like some things that were just constructed to have the speed that they do. Yeah, rest assured. Yeah. Yeah. Because it's like, because it's almost kind of like the speed leads to good rest. So I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I also feel like, oh yeah, when I get up and exercise, you know, when I start my day at that miracle, you know, time for me, you know what I mean? Because it's different for everyone. When I get up and do this and that and the other, you know, and make sure I get, you know, several hours of exercise in, and that I'm eating healthy and drinking my water, and you know what I mean? Like when I'm making sure to hit all the points for me, I don't need to really. Okay, so one of the other things too, about the relationship, the other download that I got was the difference here for divine feminine, divine masculine is that in this, the reason why you know it's not obsession and it's not a spell is because you don't feel like, oh, I need to be with this person. Oh, what if I'm not with this person? Oh, what if I'm making the wrong decision? No, with the person that you're thinking about, it feels like obsession, but it's like, because the thoughts are so happy, you often struggle because it's like, well, I'm not obsessed. Like it doesn't feel obsessive because it's not. It's natural. It's a natural thing. It's organic. You know, that's the only way I can explain it. It's an organic connection. It was meant to be that way. Yeah. Yeah, it was meant to be that way. It was brilliantly and beautifully set up to be that way. So, but if you're thinking about someone like, oh, I have to be with them and and it like it, but it brings you a painful feeling like to your heart. It's like, oh, it feels like an obligation, but not like an opportunity. That's what I'm hearing. Like it feels like an obligation, not an opportunity. You know what I mean? That's what. That's how you know the difference between what's real satisfaction and what isn't. What isn't going to lead you anywhere is what I'm getting, because these cards are totally closed off. Yeah. And it also brings you balance is what Spirit is saying too. Like you can see that like, oh, do I feel happy when I'm even in this type of energy? Like when I look to this, the things that I'm thinking about, are they happy? Are they joyful things? Or am I feeling like a struggle from the connection? Yeah. And if the only thing is like the speed, it's because it's overdue. You've been more than entitled to, because you want this change. And it's that desire to have that change. That financial change is what I keep hearing. Yep. See, that financial change is because you deserve it. Like you've went through all the things that you can regret experiencing, and you've been prudent about healing from that. And that's why you're in this position. And that's why you're healing and gaining in this type of way. It's like, it has to be relevant to everybody that you've actually won. And that's why Spirit is setting it up like this. Like, that's why this person is getting so much. Yeah. That's why it's this world and Ace of Swords energy. Yeah, man. The truth is, you deserve the world. You completed everything that you needed to this lifetime. That is why you're entitled to the success. And it might have you a little choked up because you know that everybody experiences hardships in life. You understand that nobody's road and route is easy or clear. However, You do have to understand there is a separation. There's levels to this. Yeah, maybe that's the uncertainty in you. It's like, man, I didn't realize how much I had ascended, how much, because some people were made for it and some people weren't, That's just the reality. And that's why they say many are called, but the chosen are few. Some people aren't willing to let go of certain things, people, places, and things. Some people are like, okay, I can see what's ahead of me, but I'm really not going to take the next steps because I don't want to fight the battle to get what I want. I can see that it's a tough battle. And you know what? I'll just sit here. I'll just manage through this. I'll let one of my children go ahead and be the person in the lineage that takes on this, that has to surrender. Yep. And that's, it is what it is, to each his own. Granted, that was another download I was getting too. Like, everybody's not meant to be here to make a change. Everybody's not meant to be here. Some people are here to just be assistance to you. You know what I mean? Divine beings. Yeah. They've had too much regret. There's too many things that they regret in too many past lives because, okay, so that's one of the things that you have to understand too. Sometimes when people have connected themselves too much to despair in too many lifetimes and they come back each lifetime kind of living in that energy, they become comfort creatures, individuals who don't mind being civil servants. Those are the people who, like, I was a supervisor before, and I had a team of individuals, and there's you have those worker bee people, who are just always going to always do their job, always meet their quotas, always be on time, always ask the proper time in advance for their vacation, always take their breaks on time, always, not just, just like you could not complain. This person will never want a higher position. This person wants to stay right there. You have a dedicated worker, 3131 on the clock. You guys know people like that. There are people like that. Those are the people who they're there for a reason. So, and that's why you can't take, you can only focus and be responsible for your own healing in this, because you don't know who's supposed to be where, when, why, how. You don't know who's supposed to be caught up in the karma that they're caught up in. And, a lot of it is not even yours. You shouldn't be experiencing towers and despair at the expense of other people. That's why I said no borrowing money, no this, no that. You know what I mean? Because this is not a time for divine beings to accept contracts by way of loaning money, by way of, create. Spirit is telling me, create. You want to give so much? Establish yourself to a point to where you can create something that gives, in a generalized kind of way, where you're not doing a part of the picking and people aren't coming to you for it. That's what it needs to be. That's how it needs to be established. Yes, you can pick organizations and things like that you have an affinity for, but you need to stand in that dominion of, no, it doesn't go 32 on the clock. No, doesn't go. Yeah. This needs to be, maybe some people don't like that. Maybe this is the uncertainty people have had about your connection, is that this person is going to guide you in the proper way of actually managing your finances and really having the dominion that you want. But it brings you this balance. Like, it's a beautiful thing. It's just a jealousy because it's like, we won't be able to receive from this. You know what I mean? Like, we won't be able to live in this darkness, this energy of, insufficiency, because this person is, look at this. Because this dominion and emperor, one behind the other. I can't, and look, high priestess and joy. But intuitively, there's no doubt in your mind. So it's like, well, why wouldn't I experience joy? That's what everybody else is after on my back to receive. Is what I'm hearing. It's like everybody's after it and they're on my back to receive it. So you got people around you that depend on you to employ them, or depend on you to help them, weed out the bad females or whatever it is, so they can find a right person, or introduce them to somebody that's got it going on or something like that. Yeah. So they can, or somebody that can help them, whatever they need to do. Yeah. Listen, strength for their creativity and their endeavors, exactly what I just said. I don't have to make anything up. You need to be focused on your own. That's where justice exists. There is no other injustice that exists. Let you be illuminated to that at this point. And anybody who doesn't follow those rules isn't prepared for their journey, and that's just the reality of it. You know what I mean? If you don't, but in Spirit's like, I feel like someone understands that, like, I do have to really be comfortable and rest You know what I mean? No survivor's remorse kind of energy. Because, listen, the sun and the moon, it's been illuminated in too many different ways is what I'm seeing here. The sun and the moon to prosperity. Yeah, it's been illuminated too many ways here that this is the way to what you want. Anything else is just a delay to that. Let this inspire you, King of Cups, because you was already out here. This is that change that's supposed to take place. This is that thing that brings you longevity in all different ways. Yeah, and a lot of peace in your spirit because you have things that exist for you that other people have had and been full of, and their life has been, you know, on balance and, you know, tempered because of your existence, you know. And that's, again, that's their loss, but it's supposed to be this way. That's a part of the ascension. Yeah. Don't feel any kind of way, you know, don't feel any kind of way, because there's no reason for you to just be despaired. And I feel like it was the road of that, because you were seeing so many people that having to like drop like flies, you know. It's like you see everything burning inside the house, you know. It's the final burn down of the house is the energy that I'm getting. Yeah, the Magician and the High Priestess. Yeah, I mean, you're content with that though. Yeah, you're content with that. Yeah, because you know that you were prudence, and you know that this is bringing in this world of wealth. Yes, that you conceive for yourself, King of Pentacles, and you are very happy. I love this. You are very happy about staying and focused on what really was in this star energy for you. What the star, you know, what hope and serenity really looks like for the betterment of, you know, the world, to change this desolation, you know. It's like matching up the High Priest, the High Priestess, you know, that Valor High Priest. That's nice. That's nice, because I feel like it reaches people on all different levels too, which is exactly what you wanted to do. You want it to be like a universal type thing, and that's what I'm getting. Yeah, it's a universal justice is what Spirit's saying. This is a universal justice. You are the representation. Yeah, you are the beauty in that. You are being the representation, yeah, of this justice energy by being kind of like by surrendering to unity even, if you want to look at it that way. But I get the energy like you don't. It was just a matter of having to like release any addictions. And again, addictions can be all kinds of things. For some people, it's food. For some people, it's men. For other people, it's, you know, affection, attention. For some people, it's money. You know, for some people, it's alcohol. Some people it's harder drugs, you know, and you have to take the time to kind of really contemplate and maybe even see, maybe this is, you know, more geared toward the divine feminine right now, because I'm getting that heavy, like, you know, really focusing on, you know, what it was that really kept you in that eagle energy. Ooh, that's significance. Yeah, you realize what it is that keeps you in that eagle energy for this unity, this tempered, you know, this balanced unity. I guess I'm gonna just finish out this deck because it's like literally like 12 cards left or something like that. Yeah, and you're really focused on this enterprise energy. Yeah, yeah, because you understand too, like, okay, you know how to gain satisfaction regardless of any type of oppression or conflict that people try to take action with. It's like, it just is, it's irrelevant, because at the end of the day, you're always satisfied and you will continue to be. It's been set up for you to always have the victory financially. Yeah, you're just too skilled at life in general to, yeah, see, I'm just saying, you're too, you know, you got it. Like, how it's almost like a marksman energy. Yeah, it's like anything you build, it's like the Midas touch. You prepare for whatever. It's the kind of energy like, yeah, I saw that coming. Yeah, this is how you fix it. I'm just telling you, like, this is how you obtain it. This is how you call for it. You know, this is how you release it. I'm just saying, you've done everything. So, and that's all I can really say about that. I hope this has been helpful and insightful in some way, shape, or form. And I'll catch you on the next one, baby. Later.